Ellaby looking at a four-man rush. He's got a wide open.
They must trust him to control everything that they need at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. And a flip out to Sky Moore. He's got nowhere to. And a four-man rush. Long throw outside.
Run the ball for what Michigan is giving them in the box defensively.
Four-man rush. Another throw outside the numbers. This one on.
Turn to their run game. Michigan gives them a five-man front.
This time the blitz comes. One-on-one down the sideline. Climbing the left.
Man coverage, one-on-one. We're going to go vertical. Watch, 1, 2, 3, catch. Ball's out. Now you got to go elevate and make a go. And so now Michigan changes their front. Now again, they're going to put first down. 5 guys at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the first carry for Jefferson. He gets a yard.
You're getting a shell coverage by Michigan defensively. Again, a good run look for their offense.
They'll throw it though. Blitz comes off the edge and throwing it right.
Matchup. You got a lot of space to the top of the screen, one-on-one.
Caleb Ellaby. Very impressive march to try and answer the Michigan touchdown for Western Michigan. Sean Tyler to his right. A little spin out bootleg, drop it off to the back inside the 10-yard line.
Across the board, no safety, everybody's in man-to-man. This is when quarterback find a matchup, you get a pick or rub, something to those corners of the end zone.
Play clock down to 4. Play clock at 2. They just get it off. Zone read. Ellaby gets loose. Looking for the goal line. Reached the ball out and lost it. He was down. On either side.
If they want to run down to the bottom of the screen, got some space.
It'll be a straight ahead run instead for Ladarius.
75 returning starters. Watch this, the interior push. You're trying to follow that tight end.
We've got a surprisingly tight one here as well. Michigan's got the 10-7 lead. And off to Sean Tyler. Ellaby back to throw. Well protected. And finds a soft.
Watch at home, we're like, oh, that ball's a little bit behind Crooms. 1, 2, 3, hitch. He's deliberately holding Crooms. Start this game.
And now he's got Sean Tyler and Ladarius Jefferson both in the game.
And they got something pass game-wise working to the field.
Jefferson. Jefferson breaks a tackle. Just about scooted through it. Ellaby dumps one off
and played a lot of snaps. And they rely heavily on them. This is an offensive line that is physical and believes that they can wear you out over the course of the game.
Play action. A little hitch over the middle, almost it off.
Yeah, so man-to-man coverage, you get one of those RPOs, and Ellaby's trying to get that slant.
This is where the NFL defensive look could come from Michigan.
Good luck. Look at the linebackers up in the A-gaps. Hutchinson's on the line of scrimmage. You got a safety down there. Now quarterback's got to think, who is coming and how do we block him?
Only 4-man rush, but he's under pressure. Hit as he throws it in stride. He's got Sky Moore. What a jump. Still good for 21.
Grow up before America, 5. Watch the left side of your screen. Hutchinson's going to come. He wins. Hang in there. Get the ball out to Sky Moore in between those dropping linebackers. This is a great move by Hutchinson.
Zach Wilson.
But just think about this. You're on the road at Michigan. You're a sophomore. One of the best defensive ends in the country is bearing down on you, and you don't blink. In this environment, we're good at that position for a long time. Soft coverage to the field again. You got a good run look off to the right side of the offensive line.
Here comes the blitz. Ellaby steps up. Got a lane to run. Michigan showing blitz.
Ellaby sees it.
And here it comes off the edge. Ellaby, long throw to the sideline, incomplete.
They double-team the tight end instead of double-teaming the best receiver Michigan has. That's a mistake. I had to get it.
That was good. You were planning on working that in. That's well executed. Here comes a blitz up the middle. That was picked up. Kincaid leaks out of the back.
And Michigan saying, we're better than you at the line of scrimmage.
And again, no Sky Moore out with a knee injury. So right now, Western Michigan without their best wide receiver. Ellaby out of the pocket and has to throw it away under pressure. Well, there are thousands and thousands of people that would very much appreciate your help.
Well said.
Sean Tyler, 5 yards on first.
Sky Moore goes out. Their best receiver for Western Michigan. He's putting 5 guys at the line of scrimmage. They're playing man coverage, going, we're going to commit numbers to the run game. You guys on the perimeter are not good enough to beat Jamon Green and Vincent Gray and R.J. Moten and our coverage guys on the back end.
Tyler. Important third down here. Bootleg for Ellaby. He'll run for it and get it. Pays the
job by Ellaby, not waiting. Little play fake. He sees Ojabo.
1st and 10 Broncos. 4:20 to go in the half. Man rush. Ellaby's going to take a shot. One-on-one. Threw it down the
matchup with their speedster Jalen Hall. It's beautiful touch. Watch the trajectory of that ball, and it's going to drop right over his left shoulder, the elbows, and just try to catch it as it falls.
Ellaby up the seam, under through Corey.
Watch 97 versus the right guard or the center or nobody.
Ellaby started 6 of 8. He is 3 for 9 since for 21 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Again, he's without Sky Moore. Here comes a Michigan blitz. Ellaby off his back foot, hoists one down the sideline. Underthrow, 50-50. And Western Michigan without Sky Moore as well, as they'll start the second half on the ground.
In the now, the coaching staff is, how do we adjust? Who fills that role? Is there alternative pass game that we have to get to? And then you even start thinking about the long-term implications of either injury.
Tackle not having won the Big Ten. There's a group of defensive players that probably could have called it quits and gone pro after last season, with Ross and Hutchinson, and they're back. Here's Ellaby to the sideline.
McDonald has given him his freedom. He's allowed him just, hey, I'm a ball player. Let me go be free rather than kind of handcuffing me, and we're starting to see him really impact this football game athletically.
Jacob Gideon, the left guard for Western Michigan, hurt on that last play.
On the end of the
bench press 135 when I went to college, let alone Turkish get up it.
3rd down and 1, and bouncing it for the first.
Guy. Cats. I'll keep my words to myself and just simply say not a cat.
Just alienated half the pet owners in our audience. Ellaby looking at the sideline, comes back to the near side.
They could easily slip off if you're balanced.
Really?
Yeah, they could easily. They'll come flying off.
Jeez, I didn't even know that.
That's because you've never put a barbell in your hand.
That's true. Flag down.
Holding. Offense number 85. 10-yard penalty from
just hearing the excitement in his voice of how much it means for him to be playing back from that ankle injury from last season, the joy he gets in being a Michigan man and how important that legacy is to him in the future.
Tunnel screen, and there's no tunnel there. Ellaby throws it down the sideline, incomplete, up over the head of
the schemes that he deploys, the calls, the adjustments that he has, and then he said he's got great knowledge, but then he has great communication skills. Everybody knows co-defense this offseason.
Ellaby play action, slant thrown behind Jalen Hall, but a great
house on 3rd down. And if you ask him, you know, you're switching from 4-3 to 3-4. What players are ready to do that?
That's a broken play. Right up the middle. Jeffrey making moves. Check that. Sean Tyler. And he's easily able to pick up a 1st down all the way to.
Just right in between the center and the guard. Great vision by Tyler. And then that burst through the hole. They caught Michigan in a little bit of a late rotation. Big gash in the run game for the Broncos.
Tyler again. Breaks a tackle. There he goes again. Oh, quite a while against this Michigan defense. The touchdown they scored was on their first drive of the game. Ellaby has knocked away by Hutchinson.
Hutchinson at the bottom of the screen. This is the downside to running some RPOs. Okay, if the quarterback pulls it to go throw, this is going to be a bad situation. If your offensive lineman, your right tackle whiffs, and 97 becomes essentially unblocked, hang on. It's great if you pull it and you hit it, but if someone gets beat and they're thinking it's a run, quarterback pulls it to throw, that ball's got to come out.
Ellaby under pressure again, finds a crosser. Jalen Hall.
2 performances for the Broncos offense.
That ball batted down at the
receiver spot. He is an incredible athlete. Remember watching him play 2 years ago. And then Brian Brzee, their defensive tackle, is an incredible player. Their defensive line at Clemson is going to be in the Louisville game 2 years ago. And Justin Ross, the ex-basketball player, you could just watch him in the athleticism, the freakish.
They'll draft wide receiver talent.
Yeah.
So great to see him back. And hopefully by the time this season's over, he's right back to where he was. Blitz picked up. Ellaby, long throw to the sideline, and Nunnally comes back to make the catch.
Josh Ross is one. Their center, Andrew Fastardis, is one. Just really good character out of those guys, and it's led by. He thinks he's going to transition to go play corner at the next level.
Now it's going to be 3rd down and long. Western Michigan facing 3rd down and 10. And Michigan brings a blitz. Ellaby with a flag down on the run, throws it away. This extra year of eligibility, there are a lot of players that have been in schools for about a decade, but Bryce Young is brand new for Alabama as he has taken over for Mac Jones as the starting quarterback.
Another big-time NFL draft pick. So for a young quarterback to have to come in, the system is still in place and the talent around him is still there.
5 games that really jump off the page against ranked opponents, opportunities to flip the script, kind of become Michigan again. It begins next week.
Yeah, and they come here. I mean, we're talking Saturday night ABC, and they have to come to the big house. That's Washington. Because that's stuff you're not supposed to do unless you can, and most kids can't.
Caleb Ellaby takes a shot. Are you thinking that J.J. McCarthy's going to have a role the whole season? Could he ever become the starting quarterback?
My mind goes to now, when you ask the question, J.J. McCarthy, Cade McNamara, I think of Clemson 4 years ago when Kelly Bryant was the starting quarterback. He was a really solid player for that. Guy's ready until you put him in there and watch him play. And the question that you have to ask yourself is,
Ellaby with a flag down and by Rod Moore right in the head.
I watched the Wisconsin-Ohio State game the other night. Tanner Morgan got a roughing the passer penalty because someone brushed his helmet with his elbow. Caleb Ellaby is giving himself a quarterback. You protect him at all costs, and you make sure everybody on the defense knows you're not touching our quarterback that way.
There goes Abdus Salam.
To integrate this rule, it was really hard for those guys to transition defensively. I think we're at a point where those guys got to know when that's happening, pull off.
Another good throw outside the numbers by Ellaby.
Watching him today, you got to feel really good for Western Michigan that, you know, their schedule coming up in the future. They play 2 of the top teams in each of their divisions, that they got the best quarterback in the conference this year and next.
In front of him, he's going to turn pro in the not too distant future.
Isn't he planning on turning pro in the spring, and with the new NIL rules that he can actually turn pro and still play football and not have any?
He's in there on 3rd down and 3. Michigan rushes 4. Ellaby out of the pocket. And he'll fire one to a wide open Corey Crooms.
Watching him play under pressure. Just don't panic with the football. Trust your natural instincts. Move. Okay. Vision downfield, foot in the ground, off balance throw, and still have